there's a contingency of people that are Astros fans exclusively that feel like Framber Valdez really hurt his value with the crossing up of his catcher and, having that meltdown. If you're a team, how much are you looking at that versus his entire body of work with his durability, his innings pitched, his spin rate, his strikeouts? Does what he did on the mound going rogue like that, does that, do you really concern yourself with that in the
Sure.
process?
Absolutely, you do. Now, where does it rank? Well, it depends on who's doing the ranking, but it weighs into it absolutely because we were just talking about Mauricio Dubon and what is going to be missed as
True.
much as the on-field player is, what he meant to the culture of the clubhouse.
Mm,
Now, Fromber's the same thing. Any player is the same thing. Now, if you come in and I played with some of the biggest superstars in the sport. Okay. And what did every one of those come with? They came with egos.
mm,
And I didn't have any superstar. I didn't have anyone that I didn't really get along with, you know. But my view on it was, listen, you're going to be a superstar. You're going to act like a superstar. You got to play like a superstar.
true.
And if you're out there putting up numbers, you can kind of be as cocky, and we'll just sit around shaking our head at you all all we want. But if you're going to be if you're going to act like a diva and then turn around and not put up the numbers, now you're talking about a different situation. But and we know that that's kind of who Fromber is.
Yeah.
He kind of has the world according to Fromber, and if things aren't going right in his world, he can kind of throw a hissy fit. Okay, that's fine, as long as when he is not throwing a hissy fit, he's going out there and shoving. And he did that a lot. But to answer your question, yeah, that does come into play because, any player you bring onto your team, that's going to affect the culture in the clubhouse, which means it's going to affect the play on the field.